is fun. Welcome my preschoolers and pre-Kers. It is time for your lesson. Here we go. Let's get right to it. So we're going to continue to work on rhythms, but guess what? In a very, very different way. I'm going to talk all about that very soon. But before we get into our rhythms and as well as our hymnal for today, okay, we are going to do our shout out, okay, and this shout out goes to Sakura, okay, so Sakura, this is your shout out from me to you. Here we go. Let's say hi to Sakura. Let's get together with Sakura. Let's do some music with Sakura. Let's go have some fun. And that was once again our shout out to Sakura. Everybody, let's say hi to Sakura. Give her a round of applause. Great job. Okay, so that was from me to you, Sakura. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everybody's having a great day. Okay, so again, we're going to do our rhythms. Our hymnal choice for today, and moms and dads or teachers, please, if you can look this up on Google search engine to get the words, the lyrics for our friends. The name of the song is called I Am a Promise. Okay, this particular song is called I Am a Promise by Gloria Gaither. Okay, please type that in Google search, I Am a Promise, and the word lyrics, and those lyrics should pop up right away. Okay, we're going to do that, and only after our stretches, boys and girls. So boys and girls, please make sure we are sitting up nice and straight. Okay, if we're sitting crisscross applesauce, still make sure your back is straight and your shoulders are relaxed. Okay, or whether you're in a chair or not, make sure your feet are flat on the floor. And everybody raise your arms as high as you can. Reach, 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 reach. Grab some clouds. Ooh, grab the sun. Woo. Grab some birdies flying by. Whoop, tweet, tweet, tweet. Okay, and everybody drop it down and start rolling the shoulders back, everyone. Roll those shoulders. Great. Now everybody roll them forward. Fantastic. Great job, everybody. Now let's rotate our necks in a circle. Very slow, boys and girls. Do not go fast, okay? Go very slow. You do not want to hurt yourself by going too fast. Great. Now everybody rotate in the other direction. Very slow, boys and girls. Great job, everybody. Okay, great. Now everybody look all the way up. Look all the way down. Look all the way to your right. And all the way to your left. And shrug and hold your shoulders, shrug and hold, and everybody drop it down. Once again, shrug and hold, and everybody drop it down. Great job, everybody. Now, everybody put your arms in front of you like this and start opening and closing your hands. Great job, everybody. Open and close your hands. Good job. All right, now everybody squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold. Great. Keep squeezing, and shake it out, shake it out, shake it. Everybody shake faster, faster, faster. Everybody keep going faster, faster, and stop. And everybody take a deep breath in through your nose, and a deep breath out. Once again, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Clap once, clap 2 times, clap 3 times. And we are good to go. Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more little thing. I'm going to just get a little bit more light so that we can see everything on the board. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, I am back. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to hopefully that should be definitely a lot better light there. Okay, now we're going to sing our hymn today, which is again called I Am a Promise. Okay, and if we look at the words, it says I am a promise, I am a possibility, I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality, which means I am possibilities. I have lots of possibilities to do well. And then it continues, I am learning to hear God's voice, and I'm trying to make the right choice. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. Okay, fantastic lyrics. I love this. Is a great reminder that God has everything well in hand, even the way we do things. Okay, He definitely takes care of us. So let's sing to Him, guys. Let's get our minds right. Okay, this is why I do hymns. Hymns are a great way to thank God for everything that we're able to do, boys and girls, and so that we can get our minds right ready to learn and ready to take on the rest of the day, okay? So are you ready? Here we go, everybody. Make sure you're continuing to sit up nice and straight, your shoulders relaxed. We're gonna go over to my piano today, okay? Watch this. This is a little different. Usually I have my guitar, but today we're gonna go over to my piano, okay? I'm gonna use my piano to play this song, okay? So again, sit up nice and straight. Here we go, and this is, again, I Am a Promise by Miss Gloria Gaither. Here we go. I am a promise, I am a possibility, I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality, and I am learning to hear God's voice, and I am trying to make the right choice. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. I am a promise, I am a possibility, I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality, and I am learning to hear God's voice, and I am trying to make the right choice. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. I can be anything that He wants me to be. I can climb the highest mountains, I can cross the wide sea. I am a great big promise, you see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am a promise, I am a possibility, I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality, and I am learning to hear God's voice, and I am trying to make the right choice. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. And that was I Am a Promise by Gloria Gaither. Once again, everybody, give yourselves a round of applause if you were able to sing along with that, okay? Make sure, again, we have the lyrics handy, moms and dads, preschool teachers, pre-K teachers. It'd be a good idea to have those words in hand so that we can practice, and you can just replay. If everybody had a hard time kind of going along with the lyrics there, all you have to do is go right back to the video, have those words handy, and practice, okay? We're going to do, for the next 4 lessons, after today, for the next 4 lessons, we're going to do this same song, okay, before we start, so that we can really, really get used to it, okay? Guys, give yourselves a round of applause once again. Great job, everybody. Okay, now, everybody sit up nice and straight. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out. Okay, clap once. Okay, here we go, guys. So now we're going to get into our rhythm, okay? More rhythms, okay? But with a little difference, guys. Just a little something different. Watch this, okay? So I'm going to adjust my camera here. So we have a couple of words that we're going to go over, everybody. A couple of things, okay? So let's go over to the side chalkboard over here. Take a good look, okay? So this first word, okay, we're going to talk about is called, it says chant. Everybody say that word, chant. It's spelled, spell it with me, guys. Here we go. C-H-A-N-T. Chant. Okay, so this is called, okay, and what we're doing actually, guys, is we're doing a chant with our rhythms today. That's what a chant is using words with rhythm. Okay, let me say that again. So a chant is using words with rhythm. We're going to be clapping our tas. we're going to be clapping our ta, holding our ta, which is our dotted half note, and clapping our quarter notes. We're going to be using our rests and everything, okay? We're going to be doing that, but we're also going to attach words to it so that we can make it a chant, okay? Everybody got that? By the way, here's another word, okay? It's a fancy word. It's called lyrics. Everybody say lyrics, okay? And you guys have probably actually heard me say it a couple of times already in the past lessons. I've been asking your moms and dads and your preschool and pre-K teachers to have lyrics ready for our hymns, okay? I've used that word before. What are lyrics? It's just a fancy way of saying words in a song, okay? That's what lyrics are. They are words in a song, okay? So we're using lyrics actually to a song that we already know. Let me know if you know this song. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Does everybody know Old MacDonald had a farm? All right, raise your hands up if everybody knows it. Yep, great, okay? So, yes, we're going to use the words from Old MacDonald Had a Farm. We're going to use them to do our chant, our rhythm chant here today, okay? So, but what does that mean? When it comes to the chant, okay, here's the other thing that I didn't write there. I'm going to write it for you right now on the chalkboard. When it comes to a chant, I'm going to draw a little arrow here, and I'm going to write S-P-O-K-E-N. Okay? S-P-O-K-E-N simply means that they are spoken. So in a chant, we speak the rhythms, we don't sing them. That's the difference, okay? Again, when I wrote the definition here, when I wrote the meaning, when I said chant are using words with rhythm, okay? When I said you're using words with rhythm there, okay, it simply means that we are using them to speak them. They are spoken. Chants are spoken in a particular rhythm, okay? So I want you guys to really get that understanding, okay? So instead of singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, we're going to be speaking them. And I got all the words underneath every note, okay? But first, we're going to learn to clap them, okay? So we got to clap this rhythm from the beginning. We're in a 4/4 meter. So what does that mean, boys and girls, again? Does everybody remember what that means? When we're doing a 4/4 meter, that means we're counting 4 beats each measure, okay? You're going to basically see right now how the words line up with the notes, okay? Which is how we're able to create music to begin with. Everybody give me a thumbs up if you all understand that. Yeah? Okay, great. So, let's take our lyrics, our chant, okay? First, we're going to clap these rhythms to get good with the rhythms, okay? So have your hands ready. Here we go. Sitting up nice and straight. Okay, shoulders relaxed. Okay, everybody take a look here. We have our quarter note tas. We have ta, 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 ta. Okay, so on my 4 count, we're going to clap ta. We're going to clap ta, 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 ta. Everybody ready? Let's do it. Hands ready, and on my count. 1, 2, ready. Let's go. And ta, 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 ta. Off. Okay, so that's what we have there. And then in the next measure, we have 3 more tas. Ta, 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 but then we have a rest. Okay, that means we're doing a quarter rest, which means we're going to be quiet for 1 beat. Okay, so over here we're going to go like this. Me first. It's going to go ta, 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 then rest. Let's do it, everybody. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's go, and ta, 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 rest. Okay. Hey, let's put that together from the first measure into the second measure, okay? So we're going to go ta, 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 rest, okay? Let's try it, everybody. Here we go. Hands ready, and on my 4 count. 1, 2, ready. Let's clap and say it, and ta, 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 and ta, 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 rest. Okay, you got it? Good job, everybody. Okay, now wait a minute. How does this relate to our chant? Okay, how do we fit the words Old MacDonald Had a Farm? Okay, because that's what's right underneath every note. Old MacDonald Donald had a farm. And then we have a rest right there, okay? It goes with every note. So we have old with the first quarter note, first ta, Mick with the second ta, Don with the next ta, old as in Donald for the last ta in that measure. Then we have had for next quarter note, ta, farm, ta, and then rest. We take a breath, okay? So from there, let's watch me first. Everybody point to the screen and say, Mr. C, you first, okay? Watch this. So we're going to connect our notes with our words, and it's going to go old, Mick, da, old, had a farm. Then shh, rest. Everybody ready to do it? Let's do it together. Here we go. On my 4 count. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's clap and words. Old, Mick, Don, old, had a farm. Shh, rest. Did we get it? Let's try it again. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's say it and go. Old, Mick, Don, old, had a farm. And shh, rest. Okay, on the rest. Okay, great job. Did you get it? Got a better handle on it this time? Good. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Okay, but don't worry if you didn't. We're gonna go right back. We're gonna do it again eventually. Okay, but let's continue on because guess what? We have 4 more tas. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, let's clap that. It's just like in the beginning. Okay, so on my count, hands ready. Here we go. Give me 4 tas and 1, 2, ready. Here we go. And ta, 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 ta. Stop right there. Okay, but now let's add part of our words for our chant. Okay, what's the next part after we chant Old MacDonald had a farm? We have E, look at the letter E, E, I, E, I. Okay, so each E, the E goes with the quarter note ta, the I goes with the next quarter note ta, this next E with the next quarter note ta, and the next I with the next quarter note ta. You see how they line up together, guys, okay? So it's going to go like this. While we clap and say our chant, it's going to go E, I, E, I. Let's do that much, everybody. Here we go on my 4 count. 1, 2, ready. Let's clap and say it. And E, I, E, I, and off. Okay, that's what we have there. And then let's go to the last measure of our rhythm example. Okay, our chant. We have O. So after we do E, I, we're going to go to O. And how many beats are we holding that for? Well, that's a dotted half note. If you remember how many beats are a dotted half note, it's 1 hold, 2 hold, 3. Ta, ah. Everybody saw that? Okay. And then when we finish, after we sing, I should say O and hold for 3 counts, we're going to go right to the word and, A-N-D. We're going to go right to the word and because that is attached to a quarter note ta. There it is. So it's going to go ta, ta. Everybody do that with me. Ready? On our rhythm, okay? Clap and say your tas. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's say it. And ta, ta. Okay? I realize that I'm a little bit farther away than I'd like. I'm going to come a little closer, guys. Here we go. With the camera. Great. So everybody can see those written ta, ta. All the tas. You can all see that now. Okay? Let's do that again. Here we go. Dotted half note. Hold for 3 counts when you clap it, and then clap on ta, the last ta there. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready. Let's clap it and say it, and ta, and then ta, and off. Okay? So, when we add our lyrics, okay, for the chant, now we have the O. We're gonna say O, and then and. On the word and, we clap our quarter note ta. Let's try it, everybody. Here we go. Get ready to say O for 3 beats and then and for 1 beat on the quarter note top. 1, 2, hands ready. Let's go. And O and ta. So we're going O for 3 counts. O and. Okay, on the last quarter note. Okay, one more time, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's go. And O and ta. Okay? Let's take it back to our E-I and then O and. Okay? Let's do from 3rd measure to the 4th measure. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's do it, guys. And E-I and O. And. Okay, now why do we go into and? Because guess what? We have another set of lyrics, okay, after and. On his farm, he had a cat. Rest. And then we continue with E-I. E-I, O. Okay? But then, after we do our O, we're going to go to the rest of the lyrics where I wrote over here. Okay? I said cat, right? So when we say cat, we're going to what? We're going to meow it. With a meow, meow here and a meow, meow there. Here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a meow, meow. Okay? That's my best cat impression. Everybody go meow. Okay? So we're going to do that part. We're going to add that part. Okay? But here we go. We have the and. On his farm, he had a cat. Rest, okay? So we got to do that whole part. But now, I know that's part of the song. Guys, I know that's part of the song. But why in the music are they telling us that we have to do it again? You want to know why? Because of this right here. Everybody take a look. We have 2 bar lines. Everybody say double bar line. Okay, and we have the 2 dots in front of it, okay, right next to it. So we have these 2 dots with the 2 double bar line. Do you know what that's called, guys? That is known as the repeat sign. I'm going to write it for you guys. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to write it over here on my other chalkboard. So take a good look. All right, take a good look. Watch this, everyone. Actually, it looks more like the one you see over there, so I'm going to make it look more like that. Well, sometimes, actually, I'm going to write it both ways, guys. Technically, you can write it, it can look like this. Double bar line with 2 dots, or it can look like this. Like we see on our example, okay? And this is known as the repeat sign. Okay, so that is our repeat sign. Can everybody see that? Yep. Okay, so this is our repeat sign. And basically, what does that mean? When we say this is our repeat sign, when we see a repeat sign over here in the music, when we see that, it just means that we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. So it makes sense after we clap and say, oh, and on, as we come right back to the beginning, repeating the chant or the song, okay? And in music, you're going to see a lot of that, guys. You're going to see you're going to see stuff like repeat signs telling you to do it over and over again, okay? And the reason why they also do that is because, you know, writing notes and everything can take up a lot of space on a music sheet paper, which I'll show you that one day what it looks like. Okay, it can take up a lot of space, but sometimes they need, in order to save some space, they use a repeat sign, especially if the patterns are, you know, the rhythms are repeating themselves, are going to be basically the same thing. So instead of writing it twice, they just put a repeat sign to let us know that we got to do it again. Okay, everybody got that? Give me a thumbs up. Yep. All right. Okay, so let's do this together, guys. We're going to do with our cat. Okay, Old MacDonald had a farm, and on his farm he had a cat. Okay, let's do it while we clap our rhythms. Everybody ready? Give me a double thumbs up. Yes. Okay, let's do it together. Here we go. On my 4 count. Here we go. Let me adjust my camera. Okay, great. On my 4 count, starting from the beginning on old. Get ready. Get your hands ready. Sitting up nice and straight. And here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's clap and say it. Chant. Old MacDonald had a farm. Shh. Rest. And E-I-E-I-O. And continue. On his farm he had a cat. Shh. Rest. And E-I-E-I-O. Now everybody with a meow, meow here, and a meow, meow there, and here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a meow, meow. Okay, now say it with me, Old MacDonald, and go. Old MacDonald had a farm. Shh, rest. And E-I-E-I-O. And done. Okay? All right, guys. Did you get what I'm saying there? Did you do that? Okay? We just did our chant. We did a chant. That is, okay, that we, and lots of music, lots of different songs actually use chants. Sometimes they use chants in the middle of a song that's sung. Sometimes they do that. In fact, something that's really, really close to chant, something that we do, that there's music right now today, all right, modern music today that actually uses chant in kind of a way, except there's probably more rhyming words when it comes to that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know what I'm saying? Okay, what kind of music uses spoken chant words in it where the words rhyme? If you said rap, good job, everybody. Give yourself a round of applause. Woo! Okay, yeah, in a way, rap, okay, hip hop, they use that kind of music today uses chanting words, okay, in a way where they say the words in a rhythm, okay? They say it in a rhythm, and that's how they do poetry. That's how they make rap songs, okay? That they use chant, they use kind of a chanting, speaking type of thing where they rhyme the words to the rhythms, okay? Everybody understand that? Give me a double thumbs up if you got it, okay? And great job. We did our chant on Old MacDonald Had a Farm. We did it together. Give yourselves a nice round of applause for a great job. Well done, everybody, okay? Next time we meet, we're going to have a different type of lesson, okay? So get ready to do that, okay? And as always, guys, thank you very much for joining joining my academy to learn about the stuff that we've been learning about. As always, I wish you, boys and girls, happy practicing, and everybody take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye, everyone.